Every time I see videos on YouTube which say the perfect lens to have, the perfect this to have, I sometimes cringe because I also make the same videos because you're trying to get views. But in today's video, we'll be talking about the first set of cine lenses that I've gotten to use as a DOP and how my opinion of cine versus photo lenses has changed. So in the beginning, if you watch my videos, I made a video on why I think the Sigma 24-70 is one of the most perfect lenses to have. I held that opinion because of the cost, but over time I've gotten to use cine lenses. I tested out a lot of expensive lenses, which I talked about in the other video, but I recently got to use the DZO Vespid Primes. These are probably the most affordable set of cine lenses that are out there. I've seen reviews. A lot of people recommend them. These I'm renting them out. I do not own them. But one of the main things that I like out of these lenses is the picture quality that we've been getting. I'll share with you some of the clips from a little short film that I've been working on. It's just how easy it is to set an aperture that doesn't change. So when I put this lens on, it gives me the same quality of picture. When I used to use a Sigma 16 and then this Sigma, like, you get a little bit of difference there. But in terms of these lenses, man, they're just pretty. The bokeh is good. And they just level up my production. You know, when I'm on set, you feel the growth, from when the year started to now, where you're like, damn, I can make this type of imagery. And we were doing, this orange and teal in picture, and it just looked magnificent, might I add. One of the main things I like about this is when you're using photo lenses, they tend to have autofocus, but with these lenses you don't have autofocus, so you need someone to help you with focus and AC. Or if you're gonna do it by yourself, you need to play with the focus, and the focus ring, it moves around. You also can go up to infinity focus, which is crazy. One thing that I don't like about cine lenses, which is something that I had to learn, because on photo lenses it doesn't affect because you have an aperture ring. So sometimes if you're not paying attention and you switch the lens, all of a sudden you're like, oh, my image is darker. What happened? And then you're like, oh, I have to. You see that your aperture ring has moved. But that's also an advantage because you can play with aperture. You can play with certain things just to get a feel and a vibe of what's going on. In terms of which focal lengths that I like the 40. One of my favorite focal lengths for a long time on photo lenses was always the 35. I felt like it gave me that thing, the natural human view. But with the 40, you're in the middle of a 35 and a 50. And in that case, what you get to move, what I like about prime lenses is you move the camera. You don't necessarily can zoom in or zoom out like what I do on my Sigma. And then on the 75, because it's just a portrait mode. So like whenever you have shots where we have to show a beautiful character, I feel like the 75 gets me there. I wish I could get more telephoto, but that'll be expensive. In terms of just any review anyway. So yeah, in conclusion, I'll conclude that this is probably the most expensive lens that I've attached to my FX3 since I got it. Not that I've attached, that I've gotten to use. I think the most expensive was probably the Cooks, but that's when I was doing a test. Yeah, I don't know what else you say to people. The image quality is good. I recently listened to the DOP of Knives Out, and he was talking about how a lens should not dictate the type of image that you get. You should dictate, as the image creator, the type of image that you're getting. And I think that is valid. I agree with him 100%. These things are tools. These are just tools that we use to tell stories. Doesn't matter what type of lens you have. It doesn't matter what type of camera you have. If you're a bad storyteller, it shows. But the quality that you get out of these things in terms of getting opportunities and in terms of creating something of high quality for your clients, I think they are worth it. Would you consider getting the DZOs? Let me know in the comment section.